Given that of the 329 passengers who were killed in that bombing in 1985, 268 were Canadian citizens. This is not India's problem. This is very much Canada's problem, Punit Sahani. And where does this go next? Is this going to be floats and referendums and picketing and, these silly videos? Or is there a larger plan?
So, two things. So, first of all, when you said 268, what is more interesting, what is more sad is 84 were kids less than 12 years old. So, they killed so many kids because they were going to India for, the summer break. And these families, and Terry knows more than me, I know only a few, these families are still grieving. And they do when they make this, referendum thing. They are so, psychopathic. They name their referendum center after the mastermind and architect, according to the Canadian investigation, which is called, Talvinder Parmar. They named Talvinder Parmar Voting Center. So they are psychopaths of, that order. Now, I was just saying, it's of course going to get worse because I give you an example of how they have infiltrated the Canadian system. So completely professional, Canadian intelligence was told to gather what threats Canada is facing. And they wrote this Khalistani extremism. And these Khalistanis, this World Sikh organization, who basically actually have a record as well, when the investigation of Air India bombing was happening, they to submit lies. The lawyers of WSO, this World Sikh organization, submitted lies. And lies against a Canadian policeman that he had said, India may be involved, anyway. So these are liars of that order. Anyways, so when the report was they put so much pressure, this WSO, which is like a Muslim Brotherhood that has infiltrated Canada, to take down these references. And the one guy who basically stood up against it, that he was actually a Jat Sikh from Canada, from Brampton, this Punjabi constituency, who actually got the votes. And he said, I am a Sikh, I am a proud Sikh, but I am against terrorism. So why are you basically conflating the two? So if this is a threat to national security, it should be there. You know what happened to him? The Khalistanis, in collusion with, these liberals, they destroyed his career. They got a white man, this liberal, to call this Sikh who was speaking against Khalistan as a racist. And that guy's political career is over. His name is Ramesh Sangha. And he basically runs a law practice now, and he doesn't want anything to do with it because his life has been destroyed.
Well, so it's terrifying to see all of this happening in front of our eyes, whether it be domestically or globally at a platform like the G20. The messages are unequivocal. The results are in front of your eyes. What does it take for a government to simply see the writing on the wall? Let's hope better sense prevails sooner rather than later. Thank you very much, as always, Terry Milewski and Punit Sahani, for joining us with your wisdom. That's it then from me on this edition of the